Have you noticed it? That feeling that the internet is just getting weirder? It's filling up with this mediocre, kind of soulless, auto-generated content, and it's happening so much faster than we think. It's like this quiet invasion of digital noise. So in this explainer, we're going to break down what's going on, what this AI slop really is, and why it matters. A lot.
This quote it hits the nail on the head. The problem isn't that there's too much information out there. The real problem is that we're absolutely drowning in imitation. It's getting harder and harder to find anything real in this giant sea of cheap copies. So what exactly is AI slop? Well, here's the working definition. It's that mediocre, soulless, auto-generated stuff you see popping up everywhere. It's not made to inspire you or, make you think. Nope. It's designed for one thing and one thing only: to grab your attention and manipulate online spaces for clicks, views, and profit. Think of it as quantity over quality, but on a massive planetary scale. All right, let's dive into the flood, because this isn't some abstract, futuristic problem that's way off in the distance. It is happening right now in the places you and I visit every single day. I promise you have seen this. Think about those comment sections just flooded with generic, slightly off-topic remarks, or those product reviews that all sound, creepily similar. It's the lifeless corporate posts on LinkedIn that say absolutely nothing, and that endless fire hose of low-effort videos that are only there to keep you scrolling. It's even gotten so bad that entire books on Amazon are just being rewritten and repackaged by AI. It's all part of the same overwhelming flood. And this all leads to a really deeply unsettling question. As that line between what a human made and what a machine generated gets blurrier and blurrier, what happens when you just can't tell what's real anymore? What happens to truth? So let's peel back another layer here, because the scale of this problem is, it's staggering. We're not just talking about a few fake comments. We're talking about the entire nature of the internet fundamentally changing right under our feet. Just take a second and really look at this number. Roughly half of all internet traffic right now isn't from people. It's bots. Let that sink in for a moment. For every real person like you clicking and reading and watching, there's a piece of code doing something right alongside you. The internet is already a half-fake world. And to be crystal clear, these aren't harmless little helper bots. No, they're out there constantly scraping our data, spamming content everywhere you look, manipulating algorithms to make fake things trend, and pushing all sorts of manufactured narratives. Their main job really is to just drown out genuine human voices, burying real conversations under mountains of automated noise.
But where does all this AI-generated stuff actually come from? Well, that brings us to a really uncomfortable truth that's kind of hiding behind all the flashy tech. Let's talk about the price of creation. Every original blog post you've ever written, every piece of art an artist has shared, every video a creator has poured their heart into, chances are it's been scraped, repackaged, and fed into an AI model as training data. And this usually happens without permission, without any credits, and definitely without payment. It's a form of creative theft on a scale we've literally never seen before.
This chart just lays out the difference perfectly. On one side, you have human creation. It comes from original thought, from lived experience, from a real, authentic voice. And on the other side, AI generation. It's just pattern recognition. It chews through all that scraped data and makes a very, very educated guess about what words should come next. One is invention, the other is imitation.
Okay, this is where the problem goes from being annoying to being genuinely dangerous. It stops being about fake reviews and spam, and it becomes about a system that can take a total lie and, just by repeating it enough, turn it into something that looks like the truth. Let's just be super clear about this. This isn't just about changing the internet. It's about rewriting reality itself. Because when anyone can publish a totally convincing lie for free, the very idea of a shared truth starts to fall apart. And here's the real paradox of this tech. AI sounds so intelligent, right? It writes well, it's persuasive, and it gives you answers with this incredible confidence. But a lot of the time, it's just confidently wrong. It will literally make up stats, invent sources that don't exist, and present pure fiction as cold, hard fact. So how does a lie actually become truth online? It's this dangerous feedback loop. Look at this. Step 1. An AI spits out a fake article. Step 2, another AI, scraping the web for info, finds that fake article and cites it as a source. Step 3, that citation makes the lie look more legit. And then, the final killer step, the next even bigger AI model gets trained on all this now corrupted data. The system is literally feeding on its own lies until it becomes almost impossible to tell the difference. And look, this isn't some far-off sci-fi problem. It is happening right now. We've already got hundreds of AI-generated news sites that are known to be publishing fabricated stories. Researchers are now finding that even the language in scientific papers is starting to sound more robotic and repetitive. The future risk is just enormous. Our entire collective library of knowledge, everything we count on as being true, could become permanently polluted.
So yeah, this all sounds pretty grim, I know. But the story doesn't have to end here. Because now we have to talk about the most important part of this whole equation, us, and the choices we make.
To really get our role in this, you have to understand the system we're all a part of, the attention economy. See, online, your attention is the most valuable currency there is. And AI Slop, it's a machine built for one purpose, to mine that currency from you as cheaply and as efficiently as it possibly can. And this puts our choice in really stark contrast. On one side, you've got the easy noise, that good enough content that just dominates our feeds and actually shrinks our attention spans. And on the other, you have meaningful ideas, the deep, thoughtful work that expands our curiosity, but it can barely compete in an economy that's built for cheap clicks. The scary part is we're slowly rewiring our own brains to prefer the noise. And this is just so important to remember. The technology itself, AI, it isn't evil. It's a tool. It's like a hammer. You can use a hammer to build a beautiful house, or you can use it to tear one down. It all depends on who's holding it. Which brings us to a final, really powerful thought. In a digital world that's becoming more and more synthetic, just drowning in imitation and noise, the last truly real, authentic thing online might actually be you, your ideas, your creativity, your unique human voice. So I'll leave you with this question. It's a choice we're all making. Every single time we click, every time we share, every time we create something new. In a world that is drowning in synthetic slop, what kind of internet do we actually want to build for ourselves? What kind of internet do we want to live in? The choice, in the end, is ours.